Today we're going to be playing Sims 1, and we're going to see if you can play it while spending 0 simoleons. Will it be possible to keep my mood up and, you know, not die? Well, with 0 simoleons, we're not going to be able to eat anything. So how are we going to solve this problem? Well, I had a few ideas actually. So in Making Magic, there's a charm you can do called Magic Mood. I figured if I had no money and I can't keep my mood up, the best bet would be magic. Magic Mood requires beeswax, magical beans, and glacial glass to get it. I could get beeswax and magic beans no problem without spending money, because they cost magic coins, which you start with some of those for free, and if I wanted to earn more, I could do performances in Magic Town, which gives you even more magic coins. The hardest part about this is going to be the glacial glass, which is a random quest reward. So I'd have to beat a quest and hope the randomized reward was what I needed. And even then, I'd have to spend money on the crafting table, so unfortunately, this is not going to be an option. My second option here is the option we learned about when we did the Sims 1 Tetris challenge. In that video, we learned with the more logic you have, the more blue potions you make. Blue potions fix 3 random moodlets, and as you brew potions, your logic goes up. But this option doesn't work either, because you have to buy a potion brewing table for it to work. It was seeming like I was out of options, but someone in my audience told me about a way that you could theoretically live for free. I'll link his video in the description for you to watch later. He described something that I've never heard of working, but apparently you could steal NPCs' meals in Studio Town from the Sims 1 Superstar expansion. I was skeptical but wanted to try this out. To my dismay, there wasn't a single pre-built lot in the game that came pre-installed with a telephone, which technically means you cannot live for free in The Sims 1. However, I could build on the lot before I moved in and still be able to afford the lot. This opened up the potions possibility for me because I could buy a bunch of potion tables before moving in and keep my mood up that way. But to be honest, this felt too much like I was spending money. So all I decided to give myself was a phone. This felt as close to $0 as I could possibly get. So I got myself an agent, so now I have the ability to go to Studio Town. But before we go there, I wanted my hunger to go down a little bit before testing Schmitty's discovery. So while I waited for my hunger to dwindle, I went to Old Town to see what I could do for free. We got that jazz just jamming out. I don't understand how they can use this, but I can't. Oh, that might be why I can't use it, because I don't have any money. You have to pay to use these things. But I could play some chess. I wonder if I can get logic while using this on a community lot. Okay, it looks like it's only a source of fun and no logic. But this is giving me some comfort and fun. Not a ton of fun, but it is working. Unfortunately, I cannot nap on these public lots though. Wait, can I join? That's how you do it, you freeload. Mama's paying for everything for her little baby boy. Mama's paying for it all. So you can freeload playing pool with people. I wonder what listening to WC Friendly does too. And that's giving me fun as well. That's free. I don't think there's any public showers anywhere as far as I understand. So we're just going to wash our hands for free as well. Just freeloading from society. Now that I saw I could fulfill my every need except for hunger and energy on this lot, I realized at home I could get my energy up by sleeping on the ground. As for my hunger, it was time for me to test Schmitty's discovery. So that's when I called another cab and I made my way to Studio Town. We need to head to Music for the Eyes Incorporated. Okay, and what we're gonna do is we're gonna do the ultimate freeloader tactic here. Just like with playing pool, where Mama went ahead and started playing pool and we were like, hey, do you mind if I join in? I don't have to pay anything, right? We're gonna see if we can do that exact same thing here, because as you can see, I can't click anything. I've got 0 simoleons. Okay, someone named Randy just got what seems to be a banana split. Let's greet with a star kiss. She stopped. Cancel this out. Eat. It works. Oh man, this is delicious. The taste of victory. It didn't give us very much though. I wonder if there's gonna be a better plate. Oh, that's a big one. Randy. Why are there so many Randys? I think there was a spell that I did when I was doing a different video. Cancel. Look at this. Look at this. I got 2 free meals. Look at this. I can cancel out this one as well. I can just get free meals with this. Look, I canceled them out. I'm gonna get a 3-course meal. I get a full-blown plate, a salad, and a banana split. I actually ended up leaving Studio Town, but this created a problem for me. You see, in Sims 1 Superstar, for whatever reason, you're only allowed to visit Studio Town once between 12 a.m. and 12 a.m. Meaning if I go there at 12:01 a.m., I cannot return until 12 a.m. the next day. This is probably because normal jobs you're only allowed to go once per day to work, meaning the developers put this restriction on there to make it more like a real job. Since I couldn't go back to Studio Town, I ended up going back to Old Town again to keep my mood up while the time passed. But this created yet another issue for me. You see, time works a little differently in Sims 1 than in the real world. The time on the community lot is completely independent of the real world time back at home. So whatever amount of time we spend here has no bearing on what happens back on my lot. This is an issue because I spent a good deal of time keeping my mood up on this lot, and I came back to my home lot and I was still stuck with my Studio Town timer, which, like I mentioned before, required midnight to pass for me to be able to go and feed myself again. Thankfully, I had not let my hunger go too low in Old Town, so I wasn't going to die waiting for the timer reset. I went back to Studio Town and I successfully mooched off of rich celebrities once again, and I realized, you know, as long as you have a phone, you can live completely for free in this game. But the biggest exploit of them all is one I haven't even mentioned yet. You still need a phone for this one. On community lots, it's impossible to fall asleep or die of hunger. So in essence, you go to these lots where time never actually really passes, you don't ever fall asleep, and you never die of hunger because the game doesn't let you. So can you play Sims 1 without spending any money? The answer is technically no, but with a phone, 100% yes.